Okay.
Hi, it's Randy, the Power Cave again. Today we're going to go into clubbells. They're either called Indian clubs or clubbells. The people that call them Indian clubs are usually people that are referring to their country of origin, which is India. Some people actually say that goes back to the Middle East, Iran, used them a lot. So that's what that term comes from. They tend to call the littler ones Indian clubs and the bigger ones clubbells. Down here we have a variety of them, as you can see. The little ones that we would use for more aerobic type stuff, although all of our workouts tend to be aerobic because we don't rest a lot. But we have 1, 2, and 3 pounds right over here. And then this group over here is 5, 10, 15, 25, and we have 145 pounder. These are, when you use these, you have to be very careful. The big ones are a little bit different here. They have a knurling on here, so you can actually choke up on it all the way to here if you want to. But if these get away from you, they do a lot of damage. They're very heavy, and they look like a lot lighter than they are. And so when we're bringing these things up, it's a stretch to, and when you get out there, it's hard to hold for very long. So we're going to show a bunch of different exercises doing these. We usually go as heavy as we can on them. So we're going to get started. We'll probably be using the 15s and the 25s, a little bit of the 10s. Patty's going to come in and help me. So let's get started. Patty, you want to come in? So we're going to start with the regular swing. We normally do sets of 7 to 10, but we're going to keep everything at 5 tonight because we don't want to get all this in a short video. We don't want to make the video too long. So we're going to start with Patty doing just a regular swing. Make sure she's in the video good here. So we're going to get set up right here. And everything looks pretty good here. So we're just going to move this over a little bit and get it right set up here. All right. So when Patty's ready, we're going to go ahead and swing it to this is just taking it from the swing position. I call this the guard position. Some people call it the parking position. I just use names that make more sense to me than other ones do. All right, so we're going to do both sides for 5. All right. And then we're going to do doubles for 5. So she's going to take both of them. Always remembering if you have heavier clubs and you have lighter ones, don't be afraid to defer to the lighter ones, because if those big ones fall and hit you, they hurt. If they don't hit soft tissue, they'll break what they hit. So we're real careful with them down here, but once in a while they do get away from us. All right, I'm going to move back in here, and the next one we're going to do is going to be all the way up, so it's going to come from the swing position all the way up, and we want to hold it at the top. A lot of people will hold them up here because they're afraid of dropping them, but we don't want to do that. We want to get them up nice and high, hold it, bring it back down. And we're going to do 5, 5, and then we'll do another set of doubles for 5. So one arm first. Nice and high, a little bit higher. Control that thing at the top. A little bit higher at the top. There we go. So you see how hard that is to do? And Patty's kind of like in between them. The 10s are almost too light. 15s are a little bit more challenging, but they're a lot longer too. The longer ones are harder. There you go. Tighten that whole body. You want to make sure you tighten your whole body when you're coming up to get that rigidness you need to hold that up there. All right. And then we're going to do both of them. look light, but they're extremely heavy, especially depending on where you hold them at. So that's how hard it is. So that's what we're going to do. I'll jump in and do one for her while she rests a little bit. And that's what we're going to do. It's just a short shoulder throw. So it just comes here and back down. So we're going to do 5. This arm. The idea is to not hit your back quite hard. You know, I'm hitting mine a little bit, but not. It's not real terrible here. So just a little tap. And you can use chalk on these, which I'm going to probably do before I go to the doubles, because they do. If your hands are slipping, they'll get away from you. So we always keep chalk right by where we're working out with them. So we're going to do a quick set here of doubles, and they let's look like this. So again, this is a swinging position. I'll show you real quick when I'm done with these the different positions, but this is a swinging position. That's a swinging position because I'm bending my legs, I'm moving forward, I'm driving the pendulum swing. I always want to keep my hands like this. I don't want to be coming up at a weird angle because that is a good way to get hurt. The other part would be from the ballistic position, which would mean I'd just start here and I would explode up with it, bring it back, come back down, stop it, come back up, explode up with it, and stop it. That's the second one. And the other one would be a grinding one, which I'd have to choke up to do, but it's taking it up nice and slow, taking it back down nice and slow. That's called the grinding position. All 3 are great workouts. So we're going to move to another one, and I'll do part of this one, and I'll let Patty come back in. This is called the flagpole, and it looks like this, and I'm going to do a swinging position on it, but arm straight, come out. And I do have a little shoulder injury on the left side, so I give it a shot, and I'm going to choke up a little bit more on it, make sure I don't get tweaked on it, but sometimes we'll challenge ourselves by holding it out there a little bit, a little more challenging, and then both of them would look like this. So that's the double. Doing it is, again, it's a flagpole. You should try to keep your arms as straight as you can. And again, it's the first default is going to be to bend our arms a little bit, but that's what we work at. You're making a jump from a 10 to a 15, but then from the 15 to the 25, that's a big jump. So we do that by choking up, making things a little bit different that way. So I'm going to have Patty come back in here. And we're going to bring the 10s out for her too. Again, these are 5 pounds different in weight. One's a lot longer, one's a lot shorter. It doesn't make these all that much easier. It's just a different weight distribution. So we're going to have these in case Patty has to default at all. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have Patty take the Clubbell, and she's going to do that short. The short on the way over, but up high on the way back down. So she'll do the same thing I just did. She'll bring it up higher on the way back down.
So back and
then high. And another thing you want to be careful of when we do these is that if you're standing in front of somebody, and I've actually had these fly on my hands once in a while, you want to make sure you're always behind you, you're always in front of you, and watch for people walking because people think they're light, and until they get bopped with them, if they hit somebody, they'll kill them. So always be aware of the people around you. There we go. So nice and high. Good. to the other side. When we shoot these videos, we don't do any editing. All we do is, what you see is what you get when we're doing our workouts. If something goes wrong, you still have to go forward. So sometimes we get to see some of our goof ups there. Always makes it fun. All right, we're going to do doubles. All right, I'm going to have Patty, I think we're going to use those same ones. We're going to do a rotation, and we're going to start by rotating forward because it's a little less stretch coming through than it is when we open up and go way back. So we take a little bit shorter to the front, and the thing that happens is our arms don't always come straight. They'll come sometimes almost across our body, kind of at an angle. It's just a muscle weakness, and we just work through it. So usually the weaker arms are when it doesn't like to behave. So we're going to start doing it like forward and around first, and we're going to do 5 each side, with each side. Good, and we'll do the other side. Good, and we're going to do backwards. Also be careful with these because if they get away from you and they hit you, they hurt. It's like swinging a kettlebell. If it pops you in the leg, it hurts. So always be aware of that. You know, there is a danger with any physical exercise. When you get into lifting weights and swinging things around, it gets a lot more likely that this year you get popped by one. So always, focus, use as much strength as you can, but always focus on what we're doing. So I'm going to let Patty take a little breather here, and we're going to jump back in. And, first of all, I'm going to keep Patty here. Patty, we're going to do one where we're going to drop the club, bring it around, catch it. Drop the club, bring it around, catch it. We're going to do each arm that way. Then we're going to do one where we just set it out to the side, come back and catch it. So I'll let Patty do 5 each way. Yep. So we start to the inside first. So let's start in the upright position. Yep. So we get in that guard position. Boom, drop it to the head. Be careful, it's still heavy. Drop it down. There you go. You don't have to bring it away, just make it a short, nice move. There you go. Good. You can see how that carries her. Sometimes it takes your body where you don't want it to go. It's just the way it is, and the stronger we get, the more control we have over that. Good. All right, now we're going to the outside. So now she's going to drop it. She'll start in the guard position and push it a little bit to the outside. Just a short, nice move. You don't take it real deep. You don't take it high. There you go. Now we're going to go to the other side. Patty, a little breather here. The second version of this is to go out further. So what we're going to do here is set these out of the way real quick, and hopefully I won't hit any of them, but we're going to take the club and we're going to drop it. Instead of dropping it down, come around here, we're going to push it out and come way up high and stop it. Push it, come way up high. The other side. It's a little bit hard for me because I do have a bad shoulder, so try to catch it a little bit. Good. And then we're going to start, the other one will be the same way. Instead of dropping it out and catching it like this, we're going to push it way out, bring it in and catch it way out. And you can see how hard this is to control. It's a lot of weight sliding in here. So that's one change, and then the other way would look like this. I'm only going to do 3 because it's starting to bother my shoulder a little bit. So that's 2 ways of doing that. And so bring Patty back in here. We're going to go to another way. I'm going to have her grab this one. We could use a 25, but we're not going to. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a double overhand grip. And we're going to take it over our shoulder. This elbow has to clear. So we're coming up. We don't want to have this one clear and this one stay here. They both have to come up nice and high. And we're going to do 5 with one side, then we're going to switch hands. Right hand's on top of the right shoulder, left hand on top, we're going to the left shoulder.
So over and around?
No, straight over, straight back and back up. So she's got the left up, she'll do the left shoulder. Just like that. Good, and we'll do the other side. Switch in. And again, any of these moves can be done ballistically if we want to. So start here, we can start at the floor and jerk it up too. So there's a lot of variations we can do on them. Good. Then we're going to do a mace bell move. We'd use a mace bell for, usually not a club. But all it is we take this club and when we bring it up over here, we're just going to let it pendulum. And then bring it back up, change the other side. And it's just a lot of wrist work, a lot of stabilization in the shoulders. So that would be doing that one. Then we have Patty do one, another mace bell one, which would be taking over the shoulder, coming back over the other shoulder.
So that's it.
Yep. And then back over the same shoulder. So like this. So come over. Yep. And then back over the right shoulder again. Good, and then we're going to change hands and do it again. So we're always going to rotate. We want to get both hands on top each time. It's good to get that balance in our body. Good. All right, so we showed a few different ones here. And now we're going to show what I kind of call it's a tricep move. We're going to have Patty do with the lighter ones here. So we may do it later than this, but it's basically a move where you look like you're skiing. But you're going to come here, hold them up. I'm Patty with the 5 because this is going to be a little bit of a chore here. So again, these are the 5s. Okay, good.
I'll try it. So they come.
And you're just going to drive them back up high, but you got to hold at the top. Yeah. So that's why we always defer when we have to, because it's doing them right is more important than doing how much weight we can do. Especially these ones, if they get away or they swing wrong, usually injuries are going to occur. So just use your arms. Instead of using your whole body, just kind of swing your right there. So put it back up, and so I want more like, this move's going to look like this. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to shoulder up. You'll be here, and she's going to drive it up, and come to the cookie back here. So it's an arm move, not a whole body move. Yep. So it's a good tricep move. All right, good. All right, we're going to go into some moves that are a little bit more. These are our two-handed moves, and I'll do some, and I'll let Patty jump in and do a couple. Always getting our body away from the direction we're going. So we're facing the way we're going to go. We're not going to pull across our body this way. We could for another exercise, but that's a little hard to go forward with here. So we're going to take this, and we're just going to take this, and we're just going to swing up in that position and hold it. Come back outside, come up and hold it. Back outside, come back and hold it. And we change the other side, it looks like this. So it's just same thing. she's going to do it high. So she's going to grab the 15, and she's going to do that same move I just did, except she's going to take it all the way high. So, yep, I'll reach it. Yep, and then you're going to be outside that foot. No, other foot.
Huh?
Other foot, take it to the other side of your body.
Go like this.
Yep, and you're going to change your grip. And you're going to take it all the way up nice and high in the air. Yep, just like that. A lot of core work on this one. Nope, okay, so you said I gotta get the gotta get this foot back.
Put this foot down.
Yep, and that foot forward and that.
Okay. This.
Yep, should get that left foot more forward. Yep, you're swinging it to that. Good. And then I'll jump in and get the next one. It's going to be the same move, except this is going to be a flagpole. So it comes here. We hold it out. Bring it back. Hold it out. Again, always want to get this, make sure you hit the floor with these. Don't drop them, don't let them swing loose, because they always come back and get you, it seems like. So now we're changing to the other way. All right, so move that back down. Now we'll show a grinding move, so I'll bring Patty back in. And what we want to do is we're going to grab the club bell, and when we get here, we're going to grind it at an angle up. So it's kind of going to look like this a little bit. Because we're going to keep it back, we're going to under control. Problem what happens is if this gets away, it hits you. It hits your collarbone, shoulder, it's going to do some damage. The only place it can possibly land where it's going to hurt but not do a lot of damage if it hits your trap muscle up here. So that's what we try. If we do miss it, try to catch it up here. So, Patty, go ahead and
One hand.
one hand.
Okay, and do.
You have to turn off face camera.
So one
So,
hand.
Yep, you're going to get up, tilt it back towards you, and drive it up in the air. Yep, so try to grind it, try not to make it too fast of a move. Now try not to let that drop back on you.
Okay,
So you want to choke up with it. Yep, you want to have it. You want that tip to stay right where it starts.
just like that.
Yep. Yep, but we want to do more of this. We want to do more of it.
Pull out.
Yep. Good, we're going to change to the other side. All right, then the next one's going to be the same thing, except to the outside. So it's going to be like this. And the press is going to come here. You see how if that tip comes down at the end, there's some pain involved, so it's always done that way. So jump up nice and high on it. It depends where our muscle weaknesses are. If we have an injury or we're a little weak in a certain muscle group, you start pushing that out and it gets that end falls back. It's going to get away from you. So you're going to tip it this way.
Or this way.
And you're going to press it. You're trying to put it, press it straight out to the side. Yep, up and out. We're trying not to let it waver. It happens sometimes, but our goal is not to have it floppy in our hands. Go to the other side. Good, all right. I'll jump in and get a quick one in here, and what I'm gonna do is a ballistic move now. So what we'd be doing is taking this and from the, not swinging it, from the floor into that position. And I'm gonna do a few with my left hand, hope it'll hold up, good. And I'm going to do the other move all the way to the top, so it's going to look like this. And you can see how easy it is to let that thing want to come forward. I'm going to choke up a little bit on this one. And then we do the same thing, flagpole. We can jerk it up, hold it out. Jerk it up, hold up. So I'm going to be patting, we're going to do a cross body one. So, we start with a little bit, we start with the hands. You're going to take it outside your foot here, and you're going to bring it up to the guard position here. So,
Here.
yep, I'm going to cross body. Boom.
Ballistic?
Huh?
Ballistic move?
Yeah, I'll make it a ballistic move. Good. Got back out. Boom. Power. There you go. Good. All right, and then, good, do it here instead of like, it's going to be a ballistic move, but it's going to start back here, and it's going to come up overhead. So we would do, I'm going to do 3, and then I'm going to change my hand. So it's going to come back here. Again, this is use a lot of rear-ended hips to drive it up. And then we're going to lock it at the top. Okay, I'm going to have Patty do a different version. She's going to take it here, and she's going to swing it through her legs and bring it up over her head. So you really got to control this one. This one can be very dangerous if you hit yourself with it. So you want to take it all the way back between your legs, nice and far back, and then nice and high. Yep. Try to touch it each time you go back. There you go. We're going to try to make this a more ballistic move, a little bit deeper. Good. And we can do the same. Go ahead and change your hands. Change your hands is always great because you get the best of both sides. You're not always letting the dominant hand control the hard part. Makes that other hand do a little bit of work. Good, and we're going to finish with an outside move that will look the same way. You can choke up if you want, but it's going to come back here. It's going to do the same thing. Again, now I have to control with my forearm. This didn't want to come down and hit me, so a little bit harder. And we get Patty has another one, so we're going to give her a shot at it. So all you do is do the left hand. So you're going to touch it each time. Grab it like that. Yep, touch it behind your foot and drive it all the way up nice and high.
That?
Yep.
Ooh.
All right, I want to throw one more in before we finish. This is part 1 of, I hope, a 2-part Clubbell workout because I haven't finished getting creative with these yet. And before I put them on film, I like to have done them. And I've done all the ones that we're doing. Patty hasn't, but Patty's in really good shape, so I know she can handle a lot of this stuff. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this thing the same way. We're going to make this not a swing move because we're on here leg, but it's going to be stop here. Same thing. It's going to be a cross body move. We can make it a grinding move if we wanted to, a little bit slower. We can make it a ballistic move if we wanted to, or we can make it even coming up and then grind it up. So there's three moves we're doing here. Like Patty do. First the one cross body, the swing move.
So this is cross.
Yep, and all of them nice and high.
So from here to here.
Yep, nice and all the way up.
Oh.
Yep. All right, let's switch to the other hand. We're going to do all the versions of it before from the other side. There you go.
Okay.
All right, now we're going to do the swing move. So we're going to do the swing move, but we're going to come to the top and we're going to stop and then press it. So it'll be a little bit different.
Here.
Boom, press.
Here.
You can kind of make that a whole move if you want to. You don't have to, couldn't necessarily stop. There you go. We're just not swinging it in a position, we're pressing it in a position, which is a little bit different. All right, and then we're going to do, the last one's going to be a swing it out a little bit more. So instead of, we're going to do a grinding move, and so she's going to come up here, slow, grind it up. It's a slow move all the way through, grind it up. So we'll do 4 each side.
So it's like what I did before.
Just like you did before, so it's a slow grinding move from one end to the other. There you go. A little bit more.
Slower?
Yep, it's a little bit more difficult, a little more work involved. The nice thing about when you're tipping to the floor, at least, is that the drop is a little bit easier if they're getting away from you. And one more to sit to the other side. And one more. All right, so that's Clubbell workout number 1. Hope you enjoy it. We have a lot of other videos up on my website with pictures and a lot of the powerlifting stuff we do. That's waldorfspowerfitness.com. And I do have a lot of YouTube videos up, so check us out.